What's up, YouTube? This is a follow-up on that video I made about a month ago on that quick DIY sump with the eShop Big R, I believe it was called, 20 gallon long. So we got a 50 gallon low boy right here. Let's show you around and stay tuned to the end of the video. We got some big changes coming up and some big news to share with you. Alright, let's take a look at this tank here. So like I said, it's a 50 gallon low boy, and we'll start from the top and just work our way around and back down to the bottom to the sump that you've already seen and kind of show you it in action. So in the back you'll see we got the Josh Pork Sandwiches Zoantha pitcher from Palooza, and then for lighting we are running the 2AI Hydra 32s. So we did the DIY kit because I did steal those off my other tank that I'm trying to slowly break down to pretty much do a restart, maybe go with a bigger 180 or 220 there instead of the 125. But we did the DIY kit, so that way, one, it keeps the lights way higher, and I can put any lights onto these pretty easy. So it's just a C channel, drilled some holes, put a bolt in there, some chains, right up to a plant hanger hook, and you set the height. And if you measure wrong, or in my case, if you have a plaster ceiling, and it's gonna be measured off wrong because it went right in between the slat boards, you end up with some extra holes. So good thing I fix those for a living, so we can do that one of these days, more than likely when the tank's gone, so we don't make a mess inside the tank. So as far as the tank goes, we got the two return lines, and that's pretty much what's running the flow. We do have a Hydra in here, but I don't know how to program it very well. I have trouble. I don't know if it's a lack of internet service, so it doesn't do the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth. If anyone knows, leave a comment down below. Be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, we'll probably be changing some pumps here later on. But so far, these are doing the trick. So we got the random flow generators here, and this one's got a really short run, and the C-Ch pump we were able to turn up. So that's kind of giving the acros in the center plenty of flow with a little bit of randomness to it. And we're running about 250 par right in the middle, and then it branches out to the sides anywhere down to 50 on the ends. It can be 50, 75, 150. We got the par meter, so we got everything out. Been doing some fragging. Got these things are so green, those kryptonite candy canes. Tons of Duncans, some frog spawns, some cabbage corals, leptos, a bunch of zoanthas. I'll get the floater out so we can take a closer look at some of the corals. But we have the check valves for the drain or the returns. These are about the height where they should be, but in case they get bumped, the redundancy is the check valves. We did the yellow plumbing with the white fittings on the returns. Now we got the eShop medium, and that one is got the red lines with the whites. We've got some unions right there, the Spears valve to get it adjusted, and it definitely makes a difference having a nice one on there. Not too loud, not the quietest. I probably could tune it a little more, but there's so many tanks in this room, I'm not too worried about it. And then the ATO bucket right there. I just wanted something quick, easy access right there to fill up. Now the stand, like I said, most of this is DIY. I don't have the link, but Joey from King of DIY, it's one of his stand designs. The only difference is I just got some of this finished wood, and I just cut it out and screwed it to the outsides. Now in the front, I grabbed two handles, put it on there, and then I just took some magnets to put it on here, and now it's all magnetized on, so I get full access real quick and easy. And you can see, literally just let it go right there, and it's on. It ain't moving. So got 6 of those magnets on there, and it's pretty awesome. Could probably do a little cleaner next time and router it all out, but it's just kind of getting everything put together and trying to hurry up. Had a big coral shipment coming in, so it's more worried about functionality than style. Now there's a little bit of rat's nest we got to clean up. This tank's only maybe a month, a little less than a month old. running the Inkbird with the BRS heater, the Hydra that we aren't working right now, the Tunzi oscillator, the auto top off. Then we got the Skims protein skimmer, which I can see now. I was doing some fragging and messing around, so I need to get that thing topped down and then readjust it a little bit. It's been a work in progress. Might be changing out that protein skimmer sooner than later anyways. It's a little, just does not quite what I need for this tank. I don't have the bio load like I do in some of the other tanks that I was using it on before. So there's that big R cup. It's running down there. Got the emergency drain line and then the main one. Goes down into a filter pad. Then it runs through, it's not the marine spears, it's more of those smaller ones. But it runs through that inside a bag. The heater goes through that aqua mesh. And then we got two Seche 3.0s to do the return line, soft tubings into unions and straight back up. Nice and easy. Keep it simple. And it's about as simple as it gets. Clean a skimmer cup, replace those pads, and then maybe every 2 months or so I'll replace that chamber that's holding all the biomedia in it. Take a look, we got plenty of coral in here. And I'll show you a little trick here in a second on how we got everything all cycled so fast. But we got some chalices over here, some leathers we just got done fragging down below, some hammers, some huge gonioporas, some purple ones, some green ones, the 6-line wrasse and the clown. The clown is always wanting to know what's going on. Got some ultra A cans, regular A cans. I got quite the glare going on right now, but got a bunch of A cans in here. Snails cleaning some stuff up. I just fragged that hammer there, branching hammer. Some green hammers, just a huge Duncan right there. Nice little elegance. Got some other big pieces here. Got some acros over here. Some other SPS, some Montes, some Zoas, some Leptos. Bunch of different varieties of them. Some of these are ready to frag. Some cabbage corals, got soft corals, LPS, SPS, some frog spawns, some Duncans. Now we got these two candy canes. Now I've been growing these ones out over here for a while. These are the greenest ones I've ever seen. These things are just like ultra green kryptonites. And then we got this one here. It's like a bluish purple one. It wasn't my wife's tank, but all of a sudden a couple days later we seen a mushroom laying on top of it, so it killed off the other half, so we just kind of cut it tonight. That's what inspired the fragging session earlier. Bunch of zoanthas, and then my favorite zoa are these seductions, and let these grow out before we can get any for sale here. But that's probably one of the most unique ones I've seen, and I really like those. So those are kind of like my personal zoanthas. For fish, we got the clown, there's a 6-line, there's a Springer damsel right there. The blend, we got not a lawnmower blenny, a tail spot blenny. He likes to live in these tubes, so I never know which tubes he's gonna be in. There's those leathers, 3 hours, and they're already, finger leathers are already poking out. Now, if you'll notice, got a ton of marbles in here. There's a trichophilia. Now, these marbles, we use Dr. Tim's one and only. I heard the Mad Hatter talking about it on his podcast once, and we talked to Dr. Tim himself at Reefapalooza. And he said basically, since we have no substrate, and there was nowhere for the beneficial bacteria to collect to, that the best way to do it was to put on some marbles down there because of the positive charge. Those bacteria love it. So he said that would get it cycled quick, give them something to grab onto and hold. And he said if we want to get them out, he said after a couple months we could kind of slowly start pulling them out, and then the tank will be good to go. one unique thing I wasn't trying to do here, but I threw a piece of pulsing xenia in there because I always throw some in there, almost like a refugium or a nutrient trap. And it just decided to find itself inside this PVC pipe, and it's growing out both ends. Kind of looks cool, so I'm just going to let that be, and we'll let them grow into the PVC pipe. That was supposed to be more for hiding spots for the fish, but the pulsing xenia decided to use it instead. So this is everything we got here, and we got a ton more corals coming. I think this thing is maybe a third of the way full right now. We want to get this tank completely packed, and we got 5 other tanks in the house to get filled up too. So we're moving along, getting our coral collection going, and yeah. So like I said, thanks for watching to the end. As you've seen, the name changed from Law's Reef House to Law's Tropical Garden now. And we are going to be launching our website here in about the next month or two. Just trying to get everything stockpiled, make sure everything's as clean as we can keep it for everybody. We've got a bunch of tanks, so we're trying to quarantine some stuff, make sure everything's as safe as possible as we can in this reef keeping hobby. And then my wife's got tons of house plants, so she's been propagating those for quite a while. And we just want to share our hobby with you guys, and we'll have a website up and running. If there's any corals you guys will be looking for, you let us know. We'll try to get some good inventory of it, and just want to make sure when we come out that we got plenty of stuff for you, and you guys can enjoy this hobby as much as we do. Any questions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, we always appreciate the support with a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.